Good morning to the honorable guests, respected principal, ma'am, faculty members, and my fellow men. Myself, Mansi Khambata, Innovation Coordinator of IIT. It gives me an immense pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to all of you present here for the workshop on Entrepreneurship and Innovation as a Career Opportunity. The Institute Innovation Council, an initiative created by the Indian government, is conducting this workshop. It hosts events and lectures on topics such as startups, innovation, intellectual property rights, and entrepreneurship. The goal of the committee is to actively promote a positive culture to build a startup ecosystem and encourage innovation. Today we have with us Dr. Smita Sohani, who will share her thoughts on entrepreneurship and innovation as a career opportunity, and our second guest speaker, Ms. Shraddha Utkarsh, who will impart her valuable insights on entrepreneurship skills, attitude, and behavior development. Now I would like to invite Aarti ma'am to enlighten us with a few words. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mansi. A very good morning to one and all present. I see the students are still joining in, but let us begin. On behalf of BNCP and the IIC, I extend a very warm welcome to our guest speakers, Dr. Smita and Ms. Shraddha, the attending faculty, and all our students. Uh, Mansi has already introduced the IIC. But the primary mandate of the IIC is to encourage, inspire entrepreneurial spirit in our students and imbibe them with skills such as critical thinking, design thinking, innovative thinking, and basically develop an entrepreneurial mindset. With that purpose in mind, we have had several sessions so far, learning from the people who are role models who have already made it in the startup field. Our today's speaker, Dr. Smita, is no stranger to us, and many of us will remember her previous session where she had absolutely charmed us with her engaging talk, peppered with multiple examples and case studies. And today promises to be another fulfilling day. I encourage all our students to proactively participate and interact with our esteemed guests and take back from them the essence of what is needed to make us successful in our chosen fields. So with that, I hand it over to you, Mansi, to take forward the session. A warm
Thank you,
welcome
Aarti.
both of you all again.
Thank you, Aarti ma'am, for your precious words of wisdom. Now, I would like to start with first workshop of the event and express gratitude to our esteemed speaker, Dr. Smita Sohani, who has accepted our invitation to preside over this workshop. Dr. Smita Sohani is a human resources trainer at Life Transformers Pune, management teacher of finance by AIMA, New Delhi. Not only that, she is also a stress management professional and a law of attraction master. So, without any further ado, let's begin with workshop on entrepreneurship and innovation as a career opportunity. Over to you, Smita ma'am.
Thank you so much, and a very warm welcome to all the students, teachers, my ex-student Shraddha, who is joining here as a faculty today. So, without taking much of your time, let me straightway go to the topic. And the topic that is given to me today is entrepreneurship as a career opportunity. So, I have a question to the forum, and I would expect the students to participate to the extent possible. How do you interpret the word entrepreneurship? Yes, Aditya.
Ma'am, entrepreneurship means we are the own owners. I mean, like there is no one above us. We are the basically like we are the boss.
Okay, great. And
Taking the risk of starting your own business.
students, you can keep your videos on so that I can see you, so that the session doesn't become a little dry. If possible, please keep your videos on. Yes, someone was saying something. Someone was talking.
Taking the risk of starting your own business in the respective field.
Okay, taking the risk of starting business in the respective field. Great. Something to add? Let me go to the screen sharing. I'm here. Is my screen shared?
Not yet, ma'am.
Okay, just give me a moment. Is it shared now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, do we mean self employment when we speak about entrepreneurship, or we mean a business, running your own enterprise, a startup, or joining your family business, or maybe some chacha mama or some business in your family, or expanding a family business? When we speak about entrepreneurship, rather we include all these things. And let me take you to this particular screen where we try to discuss these two things. I think the screen is now full sharing mode. So a person who starts a new business venture is called as an entrepreneur. That's the very basic definition of it. And an entrepreneur brings factors of production together and creates wealth in an economy. So before we see that video, let me again stop sharing here, and let me ask you a question. Have you heard about this thing that factors of production, economy? Because you being pharmacy students, I would just like to find out, have you heard about this thing, or I should spend a minute on this particular thing and then go ahead?
Yes, ma'am. In high school, we had economics as a subject, so there I have
Okay,
been familiarized with the subject.
okay, a few students are aware. Just let me give you an example. Suppose you are traveling from Mumbai to Khandala, and say somewhere after Panvel you start seeing some land which is still unutilized. Huge pieces of land. When you look at that land, you must be thinking ki who must be owning this land? What is the purpose of having this land which is unutilized? No agriculture, no residential say constructions here, no factories. At the same time, you are also aware of people who have ample money. These are people who are looking for opportunities to invest, but what will they do in by just buying empty plots of land, and how much land will they purchase? So there are people who are looking for investment, but they don't want to invest in land. There are people like you and me and many more who are looking for jobs, and they may not be getting a job. So if we see, there are people who are available with some kind of skill sets, education, who are willing to take up some job, they are not getting a job. There is ample land available, but that land is not being made uh, proper utilization. There are people who are ready with money to invest, but they don't know where to put the money. And now you come into picture. You say, aha, something clicks in your mind, and now you have a business idea where you would utilize this plot of land by starting a new business, by giving employment to a lot of people, and requesting investors to invest in your enterprise. So, who are you? You are an entrepreneur. So, when we are making an attempt to define the concept of entrepreneurship or an entrepreneur, he is or she is a person who knows how to bring land, labor, and capital, the three basic factors of production together, so that they are able to create some wealth. Till you, as an entrepreneur, were absent from the picture, the land was not utilized properly, so it was not adding any wealth to the economy. There were people who had surplus savings, money to invest. That money was not creating wealth for the investors. And there were people who were ready with the skill set, but they were not getting a job. Now what entrepreneur does is he is able to foresee things, and he can bring all the factors of production together to create wealth. And then the picture is now entirely different. Now you can see some factory will come up, some mall will come up, some kind of business, a holiday resort. There are so many possibilities. Then you will see the say a lot of chahal pehal will begin. Then municipal corporation will come and they will work on the road, or MIDC will provide you certain kind of facilities so that your factory runs well. Someone will come up, they will have a canteen, someone will run parking, security, and then you will see that wherever the wealth was earlier not being created, in a year or two, suddenly the entire picture will be different. So, truck wala, tempo wala, delivery boys, courier people, so many people will start getting employment. I'm not essentially speaking about job, but some kind of opportunity to earn their living. And that is called as creation of wealth. And now let me share the screen with you once again. And we are here. So, we were speaking about this particular thing where we said an entrepreneur is a person who will create wealth in the economy. And one more thing, innovation is the key to success. Why many entrepreneurs do not succeed is because they try to imitate something which has already got a huge success. Then we say, अरे ये idea घिसा पिटा हो गया. And then such entrepreneurs may not get sufficient amount of success. They may also, provided they make an attempt to enter an entirely different geographical market as well. So here on the first slide we made an attempt to understand who is an entrepreneur and what is his contribution to the economy. Let me go ahead with the next question. How many of you would choose entrepreneurship as your career? How many of you would choose entrepreneurship as your career?
Yes, lot of students are raising hands, madam.
Students are raising hands. Yes, great. So, still out of 66 students, I can see 7 8 hands, around 10%. Great. Around 90% still may not be thinking of entrepreneurship as a career. Some students are scared if they raise the hand, will they be opted out of the college placement service or something like that? So, we are not talking on those terms. The thing is, many times there is some kind of social stigma against accepting a fact that I or someone may have some kind of inclination towards entrepreneurship. And these social stigmas are somewhat like this: what if I fail? My parents can't give me that much money, so how will I begin? Or someone may think that I come from dash dash background, and that dash dash may vary from rural background, from say whatever, and because of that, will it be possible for me to become successful? And there are so many questions, and therefore many people may not even think about giving it a chance. So I believe entrepreneurship is something where we will get a lot of opportunities to explore different faculties of life. Just now I gave you an example. When a startup comes up somewhere in a particular area, immediately what will happen is the government will look after the road, someone will come up with a hotel, someone will come up with some kind of stay arrangements there. Then, like this, a person who starts some enterprise gets a chance to see how life flourishes around his business, and that is something which is very unique. So, Again, let me take you back to the screen sharing. We were speaking about different opportunities that are available to us when we speak about entrepreneurship. So, the first few opportunities which I would like to speak about are a little common. To start with, let's begin with trading. So, here we can think about running a small shop, a mall, or an online store, or door to door sales. You can participate in exhibitions. Organizing and participating in exhibitions itself is a full time career opportunity. Then you can become a government supplier. So, what do we do here? Basically, in trading as a career, we may not be manufacturing things here, so we source in material from the manufacturer or from the right place, it may be in India or abroad, and we make it available to intermediary buyers or to the consumers. So here what will be the profit that we will be earning? It will be like the gross margins that we earn or after sales service that we may provide, etc. So, generally, if you see, take the example of a car. If you see the price of a car, which is X company and X road, you will find there is a huge difference, and a good amount of difference is a profit margin which the showroom owner can also earn. And therefore, trading, though it appears to be a very typical and traditional career, still has got a good deal of career opportunity here. See, all of us would require different things. We will keep on buying, we will do shopping as a hobby, or there is binge shopping also. Festivals will keep coming, birthdays are there, and because of that, trading as a traditional career will never die. And then if you try to add some innovative thing in the trading, I think sky is the limit, especially in a country like India, which has got a huge population. Trading will never die as a career option. Another option is professional. So here chartered accountants, doctors, lawyers, artists, horoscope consultants, vastu consultants, there are n number of professionals who can offer their professional services. So what is the difference between point number 2 and point number 3? I have mentioned service providers separately in point number 3. These are the services like repairs and maintenance, accounts writing, cleaning water tanks. These are just examples. So, a beauty parlor, club, etc. So, the difference between second and third point is, in second thing, as a professional, you as a personal, your personal characteristics, your charismatic personality, your contacts, your capacity to serve your client would matter more. Even your knowledge would matter more. As against that, when we speak about second thing, service providers, for example, say your laptop is not working well and you try to uh, contact a service center of Dell or Lenovo or whatever, whoever is there providing the service, you don't even ask the name of that person. As against that, when you go to a doctor, that doctor or the lawyer or the chartered accountant, his knowledge and his capacity to understand your need and serve you is something that would matter. Okay. Ultimately, professional services and the point number 3, service providers, may work together. So, a chartered accountant may provide accounts writing service, which I have included in point number 3. So, similarly, now whenever time permits, you can do this exercise. What kind of professional services you can provide, or what kind of other services you can provide. Immediately, you don't have to start a business in that area. but at least make an attempt to identify what could be the areas where you think you can provide such services. It will open new opportunities or new doors, or it will give you a new way of thinking. Maybe over a period of time, a few friends can come together, and 5 years down the line, you can think about having your own startup in that particular area. I have just given you an example here. If you can see this, this is a typical trading business. Can you see a music shop here? So you can see different musical accessories.
Madam, requesting you please put it on full mode.
It is on full screen mode, na?
No, madam, just click that side wala. That percentage is there, na percentage
It is
below.
still not on full screen mode.
No, no, no.
No, ma'am, it is not on slide mode.
Now?
Yeah, no. Let us
Now?
press F5, madam, F5.
I have pressed F5 only.
Mm, no, not getting, madam. Anyway,
Not
you can go ahead, madam.
anyway.
That
Okay,
screen
okay,
is visible.
okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. So here I have given you an example of a music shop. If you can see, there are a few musical instruments here, musical accessories, CDs, DVDs, etc. You can see that there is instruction and workshop also. So here there are a few music teachers available in the shop itself, who can give you demonstrations or who can take classes. So I just now spoke about being innovative with a traditional business. I will stop sharing for a while. Just now I gave you an example. I said that trading as a traditional career will not die, because we people will keep on buying things, and we people will keep on requiring n number of things around those things that we buy. So here I showed you that example. So a little bit of innovative tadka to a typical traditional trading business. How would a typical old fashioned trader do the same business? He would run a music shop and he would keep instruments there. You would go there and you would ask कि आपके पास हारमोनियम है क्या, या आपके पास गिटार है क्या. But now if you see this innovative musical shop, you will find that you can touch different musical instruments. There are instruction specialists there who will give you demo. The kind of opportunity that you get here to have the feel of the musical instruments will increase the chance of you buying a musical instrument from there. Moreover, you will join music classes or instructions there itself. So see how many kind of possibilities you can open with innovation. So typically the traditional career is trading. तो यहाँ से एक गिटार खरीदा, शॉप में रखा, you are selling it, आओ खरीदो जाओ. Very typical traditional approach. But now with a little innovative thing, the chances of your doing business and adding more profit margins are also there. So we spoke about first three very typical traditional entrepreneurship careers. Let's go ahead. Now I'm speaking about the fourth thing, that is agro-based business. Now just close your eyes and think about different agro-based things which connect to your life. Just close your eyes and think. How many of you got up today and had a glass of milk in the morning? Has some connection with agro-based business? How many of you put sugar in the glass of milk? Does it have some connection with agro-based business? So, food is something which we will require minimum 4 times in a day, come what may. May it be a morning glass of milk or dry fruits or breakfast or meals or spending time in canteen with your friends or whatever. So if we think about traditional and non-traditional careers that one can have in this particular field, traditionally we think about farmers, farming, then these days in last decade or so we are also speaking about organic farming. So there is something called as SPNF, non-toxic farming, no chemicals used. Then GI index is available. Then we can think about planting medicinal herbs. So this is something which is little non-traditional. On one hand we say these are the Ayurvedic medicines or herbs that we require. On the other hand we say ही वनस्पति दुर्मिळ आहे. So why it is durmil? If it is not available, why someone is not thinking of planting it? So just try to identify huge opportunity that might be there. So instead of going in for traditional farming which may not have good amount of profit margins, people may think about non-traditional farming. So here you may form a company also, and you can have a startup where you get attached to a group of farmers who will grow these medicinal herbs for you, and you will do the marketing, packaging and whatever things. Think about food processing. The moment you eat something like vada pav or dosa, you think about having sauce with it or cheese with it. So food processing is something which has got a huge opportunity. Especially think about certain thing like, for example, onions. You can see that in a certain season a lot of farmers come out with onions, onions and onions, and suddenly you will find that the price of onions falls. Now the onions are available for 10 rupees a kg, and the farmer is not getting sufficient margin on that. Now farmers will stop farming onions. 6 months down the line, onions are not available in the market, and now we as a consumer are not getting onions. Now the price of onions is 120, 150 rupees a kg. As an entrepreneur, do you see an opportunity here to innovate? So here, can you have a plant where you can dry the onions with the help of some machinery and make the onion powder available at the same price, at very good quality packaging, 12 months of the year, throughout the year? If you have such kind of innovative ideas, then you can prepare a business plan, then approach a banker. Bankers are willing to extend loans to you. There are n number of government schemes. So here again, on one hand you get an opportunity to serve the farmers community as well, because they may not be having so much of good connect with the end users, and you will be providing a good service to the end users also, because as an end user we also don't have a connect with the farmer. So likewise, if you think about, say, uh, making available dried fruit powders or dried tomato powders or onions or such kind of things, tomato sauce, or so many things are there. So food processing is also another great opportunity. Commission agent, this may sound a very typical traditional outdated career, but it is not. These are the people who will connect the farmers to the end users. Then agro-tourism, a lot of opportunities are coming up here. So either you can have your own agro-tourism initiative, or you can act as an agent of some agro-tourism initiative, or you can organize tours, say for senior citizens or for school children, a niche area, and you can educate these people about what agriculture is, And then just think about the number of schools which will be available. And even if 1% of the schools in India become your client throughout the year, you will be taking school kids to these agro-tourism initiatives. What kind of satisfaction you will have, a stress-free work environment, working with kids, working in the vicinity of nature, and bringing farmers community and the urban kids together. Am I able to connect with you? Give me a
Yes.
little bit of response. Do you find it exciting when you think about so many possibilities? Okay. So at the back of your mind you might be thinking हम तो pharmacy के student है कहाँ agro tourism करेंगे. So right now keep that particular barrier aside. Right now just think about what possibilities could be there. Okay. It's not essential for you to immediately start a business 6 months down the line. Just keep thinking on these lines, and 2 to 5 years down the line, a lot of many more opportunities will open. Then we are also talking about different things like floriculture. On every birthday, you will require a flower bouquet on 14th Feb, or for every corporate event, in marriage functions, even when people die, है ना? And how much of consumption of flowers is there at religious places also. So floriculture is a great option available in agro based business. Even after the uh, flowers are utilized, we believe ki people throw it in dustbin. So in the last session, if you recollect, I had shared a video where women are coming together and they're collecting these flowers which are thrown in dustbins, and they're taking extracts of the flower petals and they're making essence out of that, and that essence is being sold to different fragrance manufacturers later. So there are so many opportunities available here also. Then terrace farming is coming up as new career opportunity in urban areas where we people don't have gardens around, but terrace gardens are always available. So terrace farming consultants, if you are aware, they would just charge you 1,000 rupees for a visit, provided they have a knowledge. Then think about having say 100 housing colonies in your client list where you keep visiting people, visit their terrace gardens, again in the vicinity of nature. And would it be rewarding कि जो पौधा आपने 6 महीने पहले उनको लगा के दिया, इट इज नाउ ब्लॉसमिंग एंड दे आर रिमेम्बरिंग यू कि हाँ हमारा XYZ कंसल्टेंट है, उन्होंने हमारा गार्डन बना के दिया. जस्ट थिंक अबाउट दिस पॉसिबिलिटीज. Then maintaining parks and gardens, etc. All these have some connection with some agro based or such kind of things. Then cottage industries. These industries are like leather, khadi, silk, cotton, weaving, then papad pickle spice business. You can have bachat gut of women here. Then metal handicrafts, carpet making, or different artisans. Let me share the screen again. We are here. Is the screen shared?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Think about an initiative like Fab India. Just think about a lady who is manufacturing some items like this. Someone is knitting, someone is weaving. Now, if you are able to connect these people to the urban consumers like us, does it sound interesting? So, who are these people? these are generally the rural people who have their own cottage industry. They may not have a good connect with urban consumers who have money in their pocket. Naturally, what will happen is they generally will have to sell the goods that they manufacture to the local agents. The local agents may not provide them with a good margin, and these people may not get rewarded well. So, if you have a social enterprise here, you are able to connect these people with urban customers. You can do export as well. Is it clicking your mind? Hmm? So, we now spoke about possibilities in cottage industries or khadi gramodyog, that kind of industries. Another possibility is you can have your own industry, small, medium, or large scale industries. So, you name a few industrialists which you know. At least try to identify some industries that are connected with your life. I will stop sharing now. A few industries which are connected to your life.
Ma'am, pharma industry.
Pharma, of course, yes.
Ma'am, textile industry, food industry,
Textile, food,
cement,
cement,
Cosmetic
chemical,
industry.
Petroleum.
cosmetic, electronics,
software.
software. Great. So, again, whenever time permits, you can take up this exercise. Just divide your class into 10 groups. Okay? In each group, there will be a few students, and each group will take up one industry to study. Now, think about a funnel. A funnel has got a triangular shape like this. So, when you think about a particular industry, say pharma industry, then take an overview of pharma industry all over the world. Then come to the overview of pharma industry in India. Then come to the overview of top 5 pharma companies in India. And then try to have a little bit of company specific information. Like, for example, if you think about Cipla, then who started Cipla? What was the career path of the promoters of Cipla? What is their profit margin? What are the drugs that they are manufacturing? And see if this kind of knowledge that you build in next few days in the 10 groups in your class is able to inspire each other, because then in 1 month or so you will be ready with the success path of more than 100 successful entrepreneurs in India. Correct? So, whatever may be your area of interest, you can connect to that particular thing which your friends have already collected for you. Just go through that quickly, and then that will again open new doors of thought. See, from such kind of sessions, what is expected is you should widen or expand your horizons. That is what is expected. So, okay. Uh, Going back to the next point, I'm again sharing a screen. I hope the session is making some meaning to you. Many students have this question, so I have just taken a screenshot for you. I hope you are able to see this. This is Bharat Ka Rajpatra, the Gazette of India, which defines what is Sukshma Udyog, what is Laghu Udyog, and what is Madhyam Udyog. So, 1 करोड़ रुपए से अधिक का निवेश नहीं और उसका कारोबार 5 करोड़ से अधिक नहीं, दैट इज सूक्ष्म उद्यम, दैट इज माइक्रो. Small is 10 crores of rupees of investment, and karobar is turnover 50 crores or less. Medium is investment is 50 crores or less, and karobar, that is turnover, which is again 250 crore, 250 crores से less. So this is what the Gazette is telling us. I hope the screen was shared. So what kind of scale you want to choose is up to you. There is something which is called as tiny industry also, which is even smaller than all these sukshma, laghu and medium scales. So here you can have a business which is even less than 25 lakhs of rupees. So once you have that kind of idea, you will understand which government agency to approach for funding. Let's go ahead. We are thinking about entrepreneurship as a career option. And I'm taking you to the next slide now. We are talking about possibilities. So, in the beginning, we spoke about imitative entrepreneurs. A few imitative entrepreneurs can become successful even though they may not have a great business idea. Imitative is copying someone else. But then, for example, an idea which works in the USA market can be imitated and copied in Mumbai. You have a pilot or a test run in Mumbai in one locality, and if it works, you can uh, scale up the business. So, that is a possibility. So, something like home based delivery businesses, etc. Initially, when they started in some country, they were great innovations. Today, they are not great innovations as such, but you can imitate or copy them a little differently and you can do a great business there. Then you can have innovative entrepreneurs. Innovation is something where I would like to share a screen here. I might have shared the screen earlier. This is my favorite example which I share in almost all my sessions. Just give me a moment. I'm sharing the screen. It's a video. Is it shared now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Enjoy.
Ma'am, we cannot hear the audio.
Is it? Is it?
Yes, ma'am. We can't
Yes.
hear the audio.
Okay. I'll share it once again. Otherwise, from video itself, you will be able to understand.
Smita madam, I hope you must have switched on that
Yes.
option which is there on the top
Yes.
right
Yes. Yes.
for the audio, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Can you hear it now?
Ma'am, we cannot see the video. We have not shared the screen.
Okay. I hope now you can see also and hear also.
Ma'am, just play the video.
Huh?
Ma'am, still it is not audible.
Array, but I have selected the option. I don't know what happened. One last attempt, otherwise we will just go through
Madam,
the
if you can
video.
increase the volume.
You increase the volume of your computer probably.
Okay, I will do that. It is 100% from my side, however. One last attempt. This is screen sharing. Include computer sound. And this is the video. No. There is some challenge here.
So, madam, can you share this link of that video on the in the chat box? Then
It's not
maybe
from
on our side we can start.
YouTube. It's not from YouTube.
Age of technology and progress.
Yeah, we can hear now, ma'am.
Do we
Okay, great.
persevere with the flawed umbrella?
Thank you.
Come in from the rain, close the umbrella, you've got a wet floor. This is just one of the many problems with the current umbrella design. Meet engineer Janan Kazim, the inventor of Casbrella.
It is in our nature as human beings to improve things. When I see something wrong in design, I have to work and try to find a solution to it. This faulty umbrella design has been with us for 3,000 years, and I think we can do better. And who doesn't want better?
The patented mechanism we've developed encloses the wet canopy on the inside, leaving the dry side to handle. And it does this without compromising on the umbrella's familiar look and usability.
We are discussing innovative entrepreneurship here.
Finally, after years of research and development, we bring the Casbrella first to you on Kickstarter.
See the new design of umbrella.
Coming in from the rain, you simply close the Casbrella just as you would a normal umbrella. And then you're drip-free, home and dry. Have you ever tried entering a car with an umbrella? What a nuisance. You have to close the umbrella first, exposing yourself to the rain, get wet, then enter the car with a soaked umbrella. And then all your important papers are now ruined. It's also a challenge exiting the car if you want to open the umbrella and still stay dry. Well, not anymore. The Casbrella closes into the smallest of spaces, keeping you and your belongings dry all the way.
I'll stop sharing now. I hope you liked the video.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
So we were discussing something like imitative and innovative entrepreneurship. So if you have your own umbrella manufacturing plant, you might be imitating the earlier design, and that may still work. And this is something, the video that we saw is innovative entrepreneurship. So what innovative entrepreneur tries to do is, he tries to identify the problems in the existing products, and he has some kind of new ideas over there. Now, if a typical umbrella is available for say rupees 99 to say rupees 500 in a range, do you think this new Casbarella kind of Ulta Chhatri will be available in this price range? Now think about the kind of profit margins the entrepreneur can earn. Now this will be a premium pricing, and a premium class will buy this kind of product. Okay, so on one hand you are able to resolve the existing problems also, on the other hand you are able to earn a premium pricing also. Let me take you through the last 2 3 points because the time given to me is coming to an end. How many of you are aware? I hope the screen is shared now again. How many of you are aware about the concept of socialpreneurs? I just now gave you an example of an initiative like Fab India, where women who are weavers or who do embroidery or knitting or that kind of thing, and the garments manufactured by them are sold at a premium price in India and abroad. So, on one hand, there is a connect with rural India also, on the other hand, there is a premium pricing also, and the requirement of people who want to buy genuine articles, who want to support the rural India, who want to support the artisan class, who are willing to open their pockets for this particular artisans class. They also get genuine products. Another example that I have shown, you may find it eeks kind of thing, eeks, yaks, Sulabh International. छी मैम ये कौन सा एग्जाम्पल दिया? But everywhere you must be observing that Sulabh International is making available a facility of toilets. Can you think about a need that Indians had not identified just till the last decade? And now, if you see, thousands of people who otherwise wouldn't have got jobs in mainstream market have got jobs through Sulabh International. And let me not speak more about the need of a human being that Sulabh International is serving. This is social entrepreneurship. If you have heard about Make India Read initiative, have you heard about Amrut Deshmukh? What Amrut Deshmukh
Yes, ma'am.
does is, yes, so it's a social entrepreneurship, right? So Amrut Deshmukh reads bestseller books, prepares a summary, and that summary is made available to you. That is supposed to inspire you to buy that book and read the book completely. And the name of his initiative is Make India Read. So it is again a social enterprise. Then have you heard about elderpreneurship? Elderly people. Most of you must be aware that KFC was started by a senior citizen, and in his initiative also, quite a few times he had failed, but he made one more attempt and finally he was so successful. So, elderpreneurship is also coming up in India because ek to pensionable jobs are not there, that is one thing, and secondly there is a good deal of elderly population which is available in the country and which is not sick. They don't have any disease, they have good deal of energy, they have a good deal of experience also, and they are willing to contribute. So elderpreneurship is also coming up quite well in India. So here also, if you are networked with such people, which could be say senior citizens clubs or elderly care centers, you will find a good deal of opportunities there also. Again, it will have a social angle also because you will be then connecting these grandfatherly generation to the mainstream business. In the meantime, you will also earn your profit margins. And then intrapreneurship. For intrapreneurship, the example that right now comes to my mind is if you have read the book of Rashmi Bansal, the last story in her book is Mr. Dangyait. So he ran the company Syntex Tanks, as if he was the owner, but he was an employee. So when we think about entrepreneurship as a career, we can also think about intrapreneurship as a career. So here you are not owning the company, you are an employee, but you run the company as if you own it. So you have that sense of belonging, you are innovative, you are interested in every aspect of that business. And now tell me, isn't intrapreneurship something which is required for getting a promotion in a job as well? And therefore, let me take you quickly to the myths about job. Employment is secured. No, this is a great myth about job or placement. You can be removed from job anytime. So employment is secured? No. Employment guarantees fixed income? No. If you see CTC kind of things, cost to company, you will see that fixed pay is less and performance based pay is more. And generally, the employments would not guarantee fixed incomes anymore. Employee earns pension, retirement benefits. Haha, gone are those days. Okay. Now just speak to people around and try to find out किसको pension का job मिलेगा. Perhaps no one now. Employment has fixed working hours? Not anymore. Employment has less responsibility? Who says? Everyone can get a placement in organized sector or corporate with 5 days working, medical facilities and lot of holidays. Are you sure? And then everyone gets a promotion after every 2-3 years in a job. अरे कुछ नहीं किया तो भी 3-4 साल में तो मिल ही जाएगा. No, that's again a myth. This is the point where I connected you with the concept of intrapreneurship. People who show entrepreneurial spirit, that means they work as an employee with the spirit of the owner of the business. Such are the people who will get promotion every 2-3 years. Others somehow will have to run even to stand at the place where they stand. Otherwise, companies don't mind removing them from job. So, we made an attempt to see different myths about job. Similarly, there are myths about entrepreneurship as well. Somebody said in the beginning, you are your own boss, you enjoy complete freedom. I doubt. You are your own boss, okay, but a government officer is also your boss, your employee is also your boss, your customer is also your boss. Okay, in a job, if you take care of one boss, it's enough. Here, everyone is a boss, huh? You become a millionaire if you have your own startup. That's again a myth. So that's why I suggested try to read 100 success stories together, and then you will understand that behind one success story there is at least an effort of 5 to 15 years of, say, extreme hard work that is going in. You can choose your work timings if you are the owner of your business. Means you can choose to work for 20 hours or 22 hours in a day. Then entrepreneurs are exploitative people. They think only about money. This is what media picturizes. So these people exploit the workers, they don't pay salaries, they eat away all the profits. This may not be the right picture. Think about people like Ratan Tata or Azim Premji or Narayan Murthy. These are not exploitative and these are great entrepreneurs whom we are proud about. A great business idea is essential for entrepreneurial success is another myth. A simple idea which can solve the problems of your market or your people will also help you in becoming a successful entrepreneur. And startup is a risky affair. Somebody spoke about this also in the beginning. Every startup is not a risky affair, provided you learn how to prepare a business plan and how to follow your time schedules and the business plan properly. So, Bacha Company, there is a huge stuff which we can discuss in entrepreneurship as a career. In last 1 hour or so, I made an attempt to introduce different possibilities to you. So if there are any questions, the forum is now open.
Thank you, ma'am. Firstly, it was a really amazing one, and I'm sure all of us enjoyed. And I am sure there would be people who are willing to ask the questions. So, if anyone wants to ask the questions, either raise your hands or send your questions in the chat box.
The first question is, ma'am, aren't there copyright issues in imitative entrepreneurship? Yes, we are not talking about copying someone's product. Okay, we are trying to learn from someone's success story, and we are trying to have that kind of independent business. Okay, so I hope you understand the difference between uh, infringing someone's copyrights or having that kind of illegal business. We didn't speak about that. Okay, so thank you for asking that question. Imitative does not mean that we are illegally copying someone, and that is wrong. So tomorrow, if I start a business in the name of, say, Haldiram, saying कि मैम तुमने बताया था imitative, no, that is not done. So I can have Smita's mithai shop. So I can learn from Haldiram's success story, and then I can have my own mithai shop, and Haldiram can be my role model. Okay, I can learn from them. You understood now? Okay, great. Thank you so much. One more question. How to balance studies and entrepreneurial journey? How to raise funds for your venture? Yasin, that is a great question. Government has different schemes here. To start with, if you are a beginner and a fresher, you can start with Mudra Yojana. Go to the website of Mudra Yojana and see where you fit. Then meet nearby nationalized bank, take the appointment of the branch manager, and learn from him what is the documentation format that is required. Then for that you will be required to prepare a business plan. Generally it is observed that because of work pressure, the branch manager may not entertain you at the first go. So don't be disappointed. Okay, speak to that person, take an appointment, and try to communicate in such a way uh, that you are able to reach up to the branch manager, and you are so genuine and keen on creating opportunities for you and your fellow residents. Ultimately, branch managers also have got targets, correct? So once they're convinced that you are a genuine person and you want to do it, they will provide proper guidance to you. So one more question: how to gain contacts in the market? I think the next session, Shraddha ma'am is a marketing expert. This question can go to Shraddha ma'am. Then how can one find an investor for their startup? So such angel investors are available. Perhaps we can take one more session separately on that, where we will speak on preparation of business plan, because there will be a lot of finance thing involved in that. Okay. Then a lot of documentation is also required for that. But yes, such investors are available. If you have seen the movie Made in China, not a very serene kind of theme though, if you have seen the movie, what they have picturized is a person who wants to have his own startup finally gets a funding from someone who is running a agro farm somewhere, okay, in suburban area, and I think he has a goshala or something, and this person has ample fund and he is interested in investing. So the filmy part apart, but there are people who want to invest. And then, is MBA and work experience needed before starting a startup? The exercise that I told you, divide the class into 10 groups and different industries and different success stories. So that exercise will give you the answer. I will just take one name. Dhirubhai Ambani was a dropout from education for whatever reason, correct? So completing MBA is not must. I am very sure that it would add value. But if you are not an MBA, you won't be successful, is not the mantra. And what are the key traits of an entrepreneur here? A lot of traits are required. Basically, the thing is a capacity to innovate, perseverance, and capacity to take risk. These three things are there which would differentiate an entrepreneur from a typical manager. Hmm? And then someone also asked about studies and startup time. So, for this, a typical uh, time management schedule will help you. So, divide 24 hours of a day into 3 slots. Assume you require 8 hours of sleep. So, from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., do not try to utilize this time for your say business and business plan as such. And now you have two slots of 8 hours, 16 hours in a day. In that, plan your studies in 8 hours and plan for whatever business related knowledge you want to gain. You want to meet people, you want to take interviews, you want to read, and you want to prepare your business plan in the remaining 8 hours. Okay, so 16 hours in a day properly managed will resolve this particular problem. So what steps should one take to expand and grow their business? Uh, Disha, I think we would require an entire session on this. So, expand and grow their business. So, in what sense? In numbers? So, from 1 crore to 100 crores, or from one market to another, from Mumbai market to all over Maharashtra, to all over India, or throughout the world. So, in what way you want to expand and to what extent you want to grow. So, we will speak on this in some other session. So, a lot of questions have come up. I am very happy to take them all, but I can see that time is also ending and Shraddha ma'am is also waiting. So, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be connected with you all. I hope the session wasn't boring. And now I hand over the session to Shraddha, and I'm very sure her session will be much more interesting. So, over to you, Shraddha.
Yeah, before that, madam, some students will talk. Then we will introduce
Okay,
madam, and then we will
okay,
go ahead.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So, thank you so much for addressing most of our questions. Not all I can say because, of course, the time. And now I would like to invite Dr. Sandeep Zine, sir, to present the small token of appreciation to Smita ma'am.
Yes, really, madam, thank you very much for this insightful talk. And as you know, the 21st century has given a birth to the ultimate beacon of capitalism, and that is entrepreneurship. And these days, a lot of students after graduating from university just take or this opt this particular kind of opportunity, or maybe just have a hope to get sizable rewards from this kind of entrepreneurship. And an entrepreneur's career generally revolves around taking risk, then the planning, then organizing, streamlining, then leading and managing a business venture in competitive market. And you have given very insightful talk on all these points and some of the punchy reasons why entrepreneurship appeals so much to students as a career. So one more time, thank you very much. And this is just a small token of appreciation for this your
Thank you
talk.
so
And
much.
definitely we will call you for our further sessions which revolves around entrepreneurship. Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much. And I wish all the students take this or at least look at this possibility of having a fulfilling life experience through entrepreneurship as a career. All the best. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I hope you all enjoyed this session. Now we'll be starting up with a second workshop on entrepreneurship skills, attitude, and behavior development after 5 minutes of break.